Hey Scorpio, welcome to your February 2017 love reading. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be good for all of February since I'm only going to be doing one reading because of just how hectic my regular life is. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. It was amazing. You guys are like one of my most watched videos of the mid-month especially, as well as the top of the month. And it's beyond anything I could ever think, or I don't know how to describe it. I'm so blown away. So just thank you guys so much. I'm very appreciative for your support. So keep liking, keep watching, subscribe if you haven't already. So I'm using 3 decks. I'm using 3 in the main spread, and then 1, the Whispers of Love Oracle deck, as like to highlight the love part of the reading. It's a pretty common deck, but the imagery is so gorgeous. If you want a personal reading, I left information down in the description box. Just email me if you're interested, and we can go from there. They will be discounted. I want to say up until probably the whole month. Probably the whole month, just because I want to see how this format works, because I'm not going to be able to do these live with people. Nothing wrong with pre-recorded. It's just that it's better, I found, to just do it with somebody. Of course, you want their energy and you want to be able to talk with them through it. Let's get started. I pulled a card already. The friggin' thing stopped recording because when the cards fly out, they hit my mouse. And, watch the Gemini video. They know all about that. But I pulled a card before all that craziness happened, and here's what we have. Sorry for the glare. These are really pretty cards. Take a chance on love. And when we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So it's like watercolory. I'm shaking because I had to lean 20 feet just to put the card in the camera. Ruminate on that. Take a chance on love. Think about that, and I'll return to it the more we go into this reading. So in your last reading, in both of your readings for January, there was a sense that there was a need for you guys to let a karmic cycle come to an end, something come to a completion, and it involved you guys or somebody else around you opening up, or at least being honest with your inner self. Because the Two of Cups was the outcome in that last reading, the mid-month of January. And then there was this heavy impetus. There was this need for you guys to just be clear with what you wanted and where you wanted to go in a relationship, or with regards to how you chose to express yourself. And I feel like it was really important. And it still is. That was in the phase of the last lunar cycle. We're now entering a phase in which new things are beginning. And Aquarius, where all this energy has shifted now, is squaring you. So new things are happening, whether you like it or not. New beginnings, new developments are taking shape. And it's best if you deal with the problems now. If you guys have any problems in a relationship, or if you're having problems single, it's imperative that you realize what needs to be changed in order to bring in the love you want. And Aquarius from Scorpio is, I'm pretty sure, the 4th house. So things dealing with childhood issues, old residual baggage that you haven't taken care of. So the theme of these cards is the Fool in reverse, which I think Gemini got. So we have in the center the Empress reversed. I love this deck. This is the Tarot of the Holy Light deck. It's a very interesting deck. It's not based on Rider-Waite-Smith. It's based on old European decks from like a long, long time ago, like the 1600s or something. Here is the Five of Cups, the Three of Wands reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Hangman reversed, Seven of Discs reversed, the King of Cups, and in this deck, it's ruled by Scorpio. So this is your card. The Queen of Cups, which in this deck is ruled by Cancer. So some of you might be dealing with the Cancer. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like my favorite card. Maybe, if I can stop shaking, I just really want you guys to see that. It's beautiful. All right. So I'm getting a sense that you guys are third after Gemini and Cancer. And what I got with them is that there is a need to contemplate, or at least dive within to try to face the root of what this actual problem is. So at the heart of this, of course, there's a couple, because the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups showed up here. So what I'm getting the sense is that there's a new beginning that you guys want to embark on. There is something beautiful here that can be made. There's something beautiful here that can come about. But it's like somebody is holding on to an old heartbreak. All right, let me clarify that. I'm feeling like for some of you, there was some heartache in the past, or that there was like some emotional distress. You were just distraught about something. But I'm feeling that you guys are getting a different point of view about it. You've gained some clarity in the situation. You've probably run it through your head a million times. You gave yourself the quiet time that you needed. And, the pain is still there, but I'm getting the sense that for a lot of you, you're moving forward. You're trying to come out of that. You want to heal yourself. You want to get to a place to where what really happened was in the past, because you're ready to just move forward. And in doing so, you're enlisting somebody that's close to you. If this isn't somebody else's Queen of Cups, like let's say if you're single, I feel like you're harnessing that within yourself, where you've experienced the depths of your emotions. When we talk about Scorpio and Cancer, both water signs, of course, how they express their water energy is different, but it's similar in that Scorpio, it's all about going deep within the depths, reliving all of the bad, not really bad, but experiencing just, regardless if it's bad or good, just the total essence of what that emotion means. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's more of a personal dive into what is making you tick, how you feel on the inside, and it's all about how the word water bending comes up. I never watched Avatar. I get the hint that I should, but it's that sort of feeling where you guys have, what's the word? You guys have gotten to a point to where you're so familiar with your emotions, the extremes, the good and the bad, to where you're able to channel that into things that benefit you, into ways that serve you. And especially with this Queen of Cups, it's like, if this isn't somebody else again, it's like you are so hyper aware of your own emotions and your value and your worth that you aren't taking shit from nobody. You don't want to be invalidated anymore for how you feel, or for your past, or for how the past made you feel. You're ready to start over. And with some of these in reverse, especially with the Hangman, the Fool, and the Empress in reverse, Major Arcana, I'm also getting the feeling that it's underway. That there's some fine tuning here that needs to be addressed. Uh, there's still some pages that need to be read over again. There's still some feelings that have to be taken into account. Um, there's still some preparation going on, and I can see that throughout all of February, which is very interesting because a lot of the readers I've seen on YouTube, they've all talked about this, where February is more of a preparatory month. It's more of a transitional month, especially for you guys, Scorpio, because once we go into Pisces, your sister water sign, that's more of an energy you can work with, at least when the sun goes there. And also, because now you're trying to see, I don't know if you're trying to see, but it's important that you try to see things from as many different angles as you possibly can. Whatever plans you want to take on, whatever hard work you have to put in, I see you guys as wanting that because you guys are doggedly determined with this Ten of Pentacles here, which to me is like, this position is always like what we'll unconsciously manifest. It's something that we're not thinking about it. It's not crowning us, but it's just our deep inner motivation. So you guys are working towards that regardless. There's just going to be a sense of how attainable it is and how realistic it is, because again, it all depends on your perception. Three of Wands, I see that as like the card of perception. It's like, it's also like, what's the word? Like if you're in marketing, where it's like you're trying to anticipate what the consumer wants, so you give them what they want before they even know that they want it. I can see that with the Three of Wands, where it's like, it's all about networking, and it's all about anticipation, anticipating a big reward, taking a risk. So for some of you, you've probably already taken a risk in terms of trying to sew together whatever disharmony has come about in your relationship, or if you're single, you're contemplating about what do you value in a partner. What is valuable to you? And it's going to have to be something that isn't dictated by what you've experienced in the past. And it can't be predicated upon like whatever preconceived notions you have about somebody when you first meet them. This is more of like an intrinsic, internal dive into your own self-worth and how that reflects out into other people. I don't know if that sounded a little bit deep, but that's sort of how I get it. Like if you're in a relationship, like if you're married, it's not so much about you having somebody validate your pain, and identifying with that, feeling like that your partner is there to lift you up, if you yourself aren't able to lift yourself up, as well as be the sort of support that your partner needs. And I think that this has been, for some of you, it's still a learning curve. It's like you want to learn. You're trying to see things from a different perspective. It's just that some things have just happened where it's just like you probably feel like you can't trust people, or that you see people for exactly who they are, and you're probably letting that cloud your judgment. The most important thing in all of this is to realize that who you are, and what you want shouldn't come to. It shouldn't be at the cost of other people. Like your desire, your total ultimate goal or desire. It shouldn't be at the cost of anyone else around you. A lot of cards. I'll keep them. Only 4. I can deal with 4 cards. So yeah, I'm now going into the Rider-Waite deck. The Three of Wands came up upright in that, but it flipped back down, so I won't take it. But it's probably an important message for somebody. So some of you are ready to take action, but again, there's a need for contemplation before doing so. And that was a word for Gemini in the entire reading. When I did their reading, was contemplation. So some of you might be dealing with a Gemini or have Gemini energy. But again, that's probably a general underlying theme for all the readings. I don't know. You guys are my third one, so we'll see. A lot of pentacles. So finances, stability, money is an important thing right now. And at the bottom of that deck, we have the Ace of Swords reverse as well. So let me just go through the cards. We have the King and the Knight of Pentacles reverse. We have the Moon, Strength in reverse, Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. We have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Sun, and the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, there is initiatory action here, but it's again, it's going to take some work, I feel like, for some of you to actually find what direction you're trying to go to, because I think you guys have some sort of idea in mind. I'm getting the sense that if you aren't dealing with an earth sign, like if you aren't or dealing with somebody that has like earth-like qualities, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, I'm getting the sense that some of you are working for this person, or that your work life in itself is affecting how you are viewing your love life, or how you are dealing with your love life. Some of you are very focused on work right now. I'm getting the sense that some of you are focused on work. Maybe there was like a financial hiccup in the past. There was a financial loss that you're eagerly trying to fill that void. And that's maybe where this heartbreak came from, or this distraught energy came from, where there was a situation that sort of pulled the rug out from under you. And so you're trying to, play catch up and try to fill that hole. And so you might be dealing with somebody that's very authoritarian. You might be married to somebody that's very authoritarian. You yourself might be that way. And I don't see it as coming from like a necessarily bad place, because you guys really are trying to corral everything, get everything together, because you do feel like there's some things that have been lost. But you're trying to see the future and the potential in things. You're trying to see that things can work out better, that things are positive. It's just, again, it's difficult for you to do so because your mind is probably elsewhere at the moment. If you're single, it's just like, you're probably just, if you're single, you might just be dealing with people that are, I don't know, boosting your ego. You might feel like that there's more to them than what they're actually offering. But with this Knight of Wands, I see with you guys, it's like maybe you don't mind the whole sort of, drive-by relationship or fly-by-the-night. And that probably doesn't affect you that much. But I am getting the overall sense that you want something more. It's just that you might just you have to discern what that actually is and what that means. Not so much from a superficial point of view, but from somewhere that's actually consistent and worthy of your time and your affection. So I'm getting the sense that as well, that for a lot of you, there's so much confusion because you feel like, again, I see a lot of you putting a whole bunch of energy into work. There's an inability here for you to face a situation head on. Maybe because you're afraid of what the outcome will be. Like, let's say like I brought this up with Gemini too, um, because they were having some sort of problem with communication. Like I said, it's just that you probably feel like if you do say what's on your mind, this person will have a negative reaction, or that you choose not to say anything at all because you prefer to keep things, amicable and smooth. And you're probably in a really good position in your life right now to where it's like you might be doing well at your job. You might have recently met somebody. Somebody probably just recently came into your life and it's just like, this is the one, this is the person. But I'm also getting the sense that with that, you're not sure what to do with it. So the biggest question here is to ask yourself, what do you want, Scorpio? And what does that future look like for you? Like in a realistic, tangible sort of way. Again, in a way that isn't predicated on how somebody can make you feel. Like if somebody that just we can't we can't get our self-esteem from other people. We have to already have that nourishment within ourselves. And so we use that to nourish other people through that self-esteem. And these dreams you have are very, very real, where it's like you want the perfect family, you want the perfect house, you want to just be loved unconditionally. And it's not impossible, but it's just that there's a lot more clarity here that needs to be gained. But I really see you guys doing that in a way that is positive. This whole bottom row is actually pretty beautiful. Where you might get the intimation, or somebody might let you believe that you guys can take your relationship to the next level. Some of you actually might be proposing to somebody or getting proposed to. But it's just that maybe the timing isn't right. Maybe the circumstances aren't beautiful. Like you guys are getting engaged, but it's like you can't really afford a ring or a really nice ring, or you guys are probably having a lot of trouble saving up for a wedding, or it's just like, how are we going to take care of this? Don't let any of that bother you. I feel like if you feel like you're in love and you want to take things to the next level, do it. So don't fool yourself into thinking, into dreaming a fairy tale life, but also don't not do that too, if that makes sense. Like, aim high, but because you want the best that the world or what this person or what the dating scene has to offer. Just don't fall into self-doubt, essentially. Don't doubt yourself out of something that can be beautiful. All right, one more layer. This is the Hanson deck. We have the Nine of Wands upright. Whoops. Temperance in reverse. Jeez. Whatever. Temperance in reverse. Ace of Swords reverse again. Wow. So that's a huge message. In all three decks, the Ace of Swords is reversed. The High Priestess reversed. Woo! Page of Cups reverse. Let's do this. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Six of Cups reverse. And the Knight of Wands reverse. So the Knight of Wands shows up again as well. The World. We have the Hermit reverse, the Star, and the Fool reversed again. In the bottom of this deck, we have Nine of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, there's all of this residual defensiveness and residual, not anger, but it's just that because of what happened in the past, there's just like you, and maybe for some of you, your problem again is just opening up because we have three Ace of Swords all reversed. So it's just that, talk about it, Scorpio, because that was another problem that was in your last two readings. It's just that maybe for some of you, it's hard for you to actually want to open up. Because, again, I'm getting more of a sense now, it's just that you don't want anybody to judge you or think less of you or criticize you for what you have to say. Or maybe some of you just don't feel like your voice matters in whatever relationship or situation you're in. You've got to get out of that mindset because there's a transformation here. The Death card isn't here, but again, I am getting the sense that there's a sense of completion. Things are changing for the better. And it's just that you have to ride that wave, Scorpio. Because I am getting the sense now that things are tense. Things are difficult. On one hand, I'm getting the sense for some of you that all systems are go or whatever, that you and your partner, you probably both are planning on moving, you're planning on starting a family, you're planning on getting engaged, getting married. And so I'm seeing all of the preparatory work for that happening. But I'm also seeing for some of you, there's an unwillingness to fully embrace the love of those around you, which is a message I kept getting in your last two readings. So maybe for somebody that's watching, that's very resonant. If it's not for you, it's definitely for somebody that you're in a relationship with, where it's hard for you guys to actually open up and to be in a position where you want to talk about things, because maybe work is stressing you out, all of these other obligations. It's just that you're trying to balance your marriage or your relationship with work, and you're trying, I feel like a lot of you are just caught up in the fact that things aren't how they used to be. And so again, you're being like, well, again, I feel like this is a message I got for you guys last reading or the reading before. It's just that I'm not happy, so nobody else should be happy. Or I'm dissatisfied, so I choose to let that dissatisfaction color my view and let it affect my environment. But even for those of you, if that's the case, well, yeah, if that's the case for you, I also see you guys, or if you're dealing with somebody like that, where things might just hit a standstill. Because there is a momentous, not momentous, but there's a huge change that's happening here. We have like 4 major arcana right here, 5, and then this ace. And on this side, we have the Temperance and all of these other cards. It's just that the situation is changing, and it's all preparatory. It's all in service to what's coming in the future. And it's really requiring for a lot of you to go back and think. How do we let this go, Scorpio? How do we let any of this hurt or any of this resentment or any of this bitterness that happened? How do we let that go? How do we let go of the fact that for some of us, we might feel like we missed the boat with somebody or with someone, or that we're just in a cycle where we take abuse, we take harassment from other people just because it's what we're used to. even if that's the case, I see for those of you for who that resonates. I'm seeing that there's this quiet power being built up underneath that you are trying to bring forth into the world, or that you're using, maybe not in service of improving your relationship, but at least improving your finances, improving the lives of your children. Um, but it's all too necessary for you guys to just open your eyes and just accept the overwhelming beauty and the overwhelming beauty that life has to offer for you. This relationship, or if you're single, it's just that you guys are still dating the same type of guys or same type of girls, and it's just that you're probably satisfied here, but you deserve more. And I get on the inside that some of you know that. It's just that you might just be a bit unwilling to sort of change your ways. Adapting right now, Scorpio, adapting to what suits you best is important, but also not being ignorant to the beauty and the blessings around you. That's also very important. I could talk on forever and ever, but I want to get this out before it's totally dark in here. Okay, you guys had 3 that came out. I'll take all 3. Because it was not a muddled reading. It's just that I'm not getting the sense that there's the one through line I do see, regardless of if you're single, in an established relationship, or if you're dating, excuse me, is that you guys are seeking something new, but you have to allow yourself to get something new first, Scorpio. So while we have look at your relationship patterns, your pattern in relationships, it requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. We have receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. So again, that was a message I got not only in this reading, but in the last reading as well. And maybe at the top of the January reading too. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So Scorpio, the whispers of love, they know what they're talking about, because I feel like all of this is just backing up everything I said. And if we go back to the first card, take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives have changed forever. So a lot of don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Don't feel like that the world is against you, or that the world will hurt you or judge you simply because of the mistakes you've made in the past, or the mistakes of somebody else. Don't carry that guilt around. You are entitled to start a new life. You are entitled to pure love, true love. You have the power to make your relationship better, Scorpio. You have the power to make your dating life better. You have the power to make yourself better, so you can attract the sort of love that Scorpios deserve. Scorpios, you're amazing people. Like, I'm only laughing because I could just gush forever, because I know so many Scorpios, and yeah, like you guys are amazing. And it's just that you can't allow yourself to just be bogged down by the skeletons of your past. You can't do that, because you are worthy of love, Scorpio. You really are. So thank you guys for watching this reading. It's just I'm so excited to do your reading. I don't know why. It's just that you're amazing, Scorpio. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise. You're gorgeous. You're lovely. So thank you guys for watching this reading. I will see you guys next month. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Bye.